no surprise, sending Ace towards mid lane.
My thanks.
33 towards top alone with Trillian around both aggressively. So this is interesting to say the least. Chessie should be fine in mid. Like it's Medusa. It's always annoying with the what do I call it? With the Mystic Snake. So Ace is gonna do his thing. Chessie's gonna do his thing. Be more or less of farming. The PPD making its way up top to support. They're going for these dual lanes. Meanwhile, for now, Xibber all alone up top. Get some help eventually. Blocking up the creeps quite a bit. Necessity in this particular game because Saxa, of course, already went for the fissure block. Possible to keep them in a good position compared to that, so. Very nice for NIP.
Try again.
Keeping it as it is. Potentially find kill here, just depending on the kind of fissure that Saxa can throw out. There's always the potential for some nice body blocks after the slows. Oh, same can be said for Fata. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of defensive utilities early on. The fissure slows him down. Fairy Fire, it's not nearly gonna be enough though. Easiest first blood of the lives. Well, Saxa at least he can heal last of the two. Final Tribe are gonna be happy with that. Top lane also there's a creeper pushing in. Xibber will be happy. He'll be able to secure level 2, maybe even close to level 3 with all these range creeps. As they're being denied by 33. Keep an eye on that. Nice. Range creeps are so important. So important. Not just for experience, but also gold at the stage. It's just doing harassment damage, so he doesn't get the extra last hits, but experience still puts him over that level 3. So that part's working out. Saxa now be slowed down. Frost Shield. The open wounds too. Is it gonna be enough? Not quite. Frost unwilling to chase him inside the trees. That's not really worth it. There's some juicy creeps to take instead. But it doesn't really show the weaknesses of the Earthshaker. Can't really do too much to help out Father now. The body blocks. Actually, real Hanskin with the DD rune actually chunking away at this Necrophos. Father down again. Bit of a disaster there, to say the least. The upside is for 33 right now is that mid is even as you would expect. Much to talk about there in 33, of course. He's getting more or less tree farm. Again, as long as if they're not slowing down the Blue Master's level progression, then that's still a lane that's absolutely fine. Laning stage so far, not sure if he... And it's also not a hero that easily catch up, right? Good Deathful spam. Some jungle creeps, but it seems painfully slow as Xibber. Being gone on up top, but he has a big enough health pool. He'll be absolutely fine in mid. Saxa maybe looking to try and make something happen there. Chessie down at half health. Don't get a good fissure block, you're not really doing anything on this Earthshaker. That's the big problem of that hero. PPD making his way down bottom. Okay, body blocks are coming in. Let's get a dual breath off on one of these supports. Only Hans can actually with the Frost Shield on one of the freaking Treants. And it should be enough with the last. Oh, missing up high ground. Another one. Another miss. Are you kidding me? Need one more click. To Ancients. Ah, well played indeed. A lot of dragon friends helping out a fellow dragon. You know, this is what I'm saying. The hero, best hero in the game. The neutrals are on your side, the black dragons at least. It's helping out a fellow flying creep. doesn't really change the fact that this spawn is not going particularly well. I mean, I guess levels are still loading in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see how this goes. Also just ahead of rune time, Hanskin on the wrong side of the fissure. Unable to get the perfect positioning off. He's still trying to fight for the runes. Not gonna get it though. Saxon now with the TP out. Should be healthy enough. Still some bunch up top, so Hanskin to get all runes. Ooh, 33, a little bit too late.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mango as might actually be in a bit of trouble. Slowed down, tries to get Exhibit. Body blocks from Hanskin is actually gonna die. Oh, that feels bad. And hey, Brewmaster with a bottle. He can just drink a bit of water to get back up to full after that with the bounty run. Drink even more water just going into the shrine. That's also worked. Hanskin gets a lane or two, or wave or two of free experience. One thing that he's been kind of struggling with, just a little bit. So, you take a minute or two sometimes to just get a lane for a moment. Can't spend all your time just running around trying to
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Start falling behind in that department. Jesse. Making a play here. Ace completely out of mana, but the increased range of help. Ooh, that's a fissure block. Not really though. He doesn't have aftershock, only level 3. Oh wait, what? Oh, he just got level 3, alright, yeah. Didn't have aftershock when he went for the totem. Either way, it would have been a very...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hey, now up top, Hanskin. Work away, 33 is hanging around, is gonna get some support from Saxa. It's a big nuke. Actually with the... what's it called? The Cinder Brew? Yeah. That's not something that you can really deal with on the Ursa, right? You don't have a lot of extra region left. No stick or anything for burst heal. They're just gonna have to give up this tower and reinforcements. Arrow actually also making his way up here. Saxon will scout him out. Give 33 the opportunity to walk away, so at least they're not losing any more heroes. Make no mistake, this is Final Tribe still taking charge of the early game, which is what the lineup's kind of supposed to do. Certainly compared to NIP, who really need some time. Certainly on the Medusa, but even on heroes like Ursa. We need a few items before we really feel comfortable going in. More importantly, levels. The Medusa, well, still range ops to help him out, but Hanskin now with the... okay, they just keep Ace alive as... nice little fissure blocks the extra nuke. Ace barely survives this one, but Hanskin, Exhibit, they're not done yet. Ace is kind of slow now with the Trapify, an extra nuke, and this time the range drops aren't enough. Hanskin kind of blocked by some creeps, but I don't think PPD has enough firepower. Down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chasing very, very deep, but it's a nice little PV spot. But hey, yeah. Again, Final Tribe. Once again, leveraging the early game advantage. Now they're starting to work their way in more and more towers. Hanskin TP'd out, TP'd back in. Look, Saxa out of mana, out of everything. Simply gets the ultimate off as you all see PPD off to the side. Should be able to bring down both these supports. Chain Frost also slowing down Saxa. Yeah, but they actually let PPD go.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
You want that?
Dire are scanning.
Did he lift somewhere? Are they lifted up by Storm Panda? I don't know. Tiny little stack here, at least trying to. P massive rotations in to try and save it. While all of that was happening, Frost is also continuing to last it, so he has eclipsed Ursa by quite a bit actually, 1,000 gold ahead right now. And he almost has enough money for the Midas. So Lifestealer is... it's not even a late game thing anymore, is it? It's this early for Midas, you can still get your next item by the 15-minute market. Or earlier, of course. That still fits into Final Tribe's timing that they can go for. Again, in kind of a situation where it's like, they're not quite ready yet on any of them. No level 6 on either of the supports. Talked about the Medusa, it's not going to be ready for a while. Drums closing in, at least for the Ursa. So 33, it's going to be on him. Facilitate something. Frost. Going in, PPD, gonna get nuked down. He did secure the bounty rule though. So hashtag space created the other one. Visual block, not quite nice enough for us able to walk past. It does look like there's no space here, but there actually is. Anyway, oh, they find Medusa. It's the last range up, and it's a little bit deep. We'll commit further. We don't really have an easy way of killing off these agents. We should have that to look forward to. I mean, look at this. 10 minutes in, 5k advantage. 6-0. These are really bad indicators if you're an MIP fan. They need time to get online. Even poor Necrophos of Hades gonna be a non-factor for a little while longer. It's not even level 6 yet. Even then, like, where's your burst damage to go with that, I guess? Ursa walking in, getting a few clicks out. In the meantime, Hanskin his way down bottom to help out Frost, who's just killing off Saxon. Very easily indeed. Meanwhile, mid, Chassis. Then he's gone on to Crapify to help, and now, okay, 33 gets the ultimate off and finds a few more clicks. Okay, that's too deep. That's one way where it can actually still throw things away a little bit. I mean, you can afford to give up these kind of kills once or twice. It's not the end of the world right now, just doing it once. That's certainly a very worthwhile kill. Not a 33 dies in Silver. I have a lot more mana though. Frost certainly looking for more kills. They dare fight. If they would dare to fight him, I mean, that's the thing. I think that at this point you're gonna stay away from Lifestealer. Stay away from anybody. Some jungle creep. The ward here. One of their own, which is about to expire, so to replan something. This is what they're doing. 33, walking up. Got a glimpse of him. Should be fine. Final Tribe, really good positioning all across the map. Putting on just enough pressure without overextending all that much. I really understand. Alright, this a very limited amount of things that NRP can actually. Hanskin is perfectly fine 1v1ing or just hitting creeps here up against Sparta in this lane. Silver is playing in the front lines, ready to go. I mean, there's a region rune too, and Primal's a bit of cooldown, so kind of want to try and make use of that. Ursa, the enrage. But now that's on cooldown for a little bit. Meanwhile, PPD, scouted out up top. It's gonna be free kill. And probably free tier 2, honestly. Especially with Chassis rotating in, ready to blast into pieces. And this kind of looks like game number 2, honestly. Final Tribe with this incredibly early pressure. Not just heroes, but also buildings. And pushing. Yeah, it's at roughly the same time as it did in game number 2. Don't have the Lone Druid Bear, but they do have Blast, they do have Treants to help tank it up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Too serious about that? The Vlad's face boots into Midas? I'm not sure if that's the right idea. Lifesteal though, he's going for a radiant, so they're kind of not going super greedy. They're settling in for the possibility that they will not be able to break in. So they're just going for these standard items, show that they can still fight the Medusa, and then they realize, hey, there is still a big timing window. Medusa is farming, but she's farming much better than the rest of the team, of course. but not so much better than most of Final Tribe right now. If you look at this network distribution. Good, so. They know that Medusa is not going to be in threat that's impossible to deal with for quite a while. So they're happy to just go for this quote-unquote later timing window with 20 to 25 minutes perhaps. Will they actually break high ground? Meanwhile, PPD going on here. If you get caught in this kind of situation, there's not a whole lot that you can do as a Jakira. They do secure at least this one bounty rune up top. Ross getting 2 of his own. Looking for Morgs here, but doesn't have the blink dagger just yet. Should go for Midas. What levels? Right? One thing where Final Tribe is still ahead, but I kind of feel like it. So many people just level 7.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
just due to the fact that it's still very early in the game.
Dire's bottom tower.
This is tier 2, not long for the world either.
Radiant are scanning.
Frost might be in a bit of trouble. NIP, it's time to rotate in some heroes. Need to do some HTP. That's exactly what it's gonna do. Look at this though, I mean that's a single round of overpower hits, you know? Down a half health. If it ever comes to a man fight, Frost will not really be happy. It's not really what they're playing right now. They don't need to play that game. Radiant's online. Might want to wait for the Yules on Pugna, perhaps. Should also coincide with the Midas on the Brewmaster being online. Midas Prophet also went for zone. We're back to Midas Gaming, folks. 1, 2, 3 soon to be, and no Midases on the side of NLP, which... why they're gonna lose, I guess? I don't know. Ursa, not working away at Roshambo. This should not really be happening. Final Tribe need to be on top of this and deny this, but it doesn't look like they have any idea that this is going on. There's life steal available, so he should be absolutely fine. Doing that by himself, and yeah, that is nice. That is very nice indeed for NIP. This is something that you shouldn't really have open to you with so much map control being in the hand of the opposing team.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got away with something there. How much it's gonna help them, I don't know. Aegis is nice, but Ursa's being kited, then you can probably kite him twice. So. In the meantime, Final Tribe, they're still getting something off of this. I mean, skipping creep waves left and right. And they're just blasting away the tower, so NP they have to initiate. The Echo Slam over on Hanskin doing a lot of damage here. Chelsea with the 4-star power. He'll be fine for now. 33 will finish him off. Hanskin also dropping. Is time to look for more Xilla. Has yet to use his Primal Split. Doesn't want to use it right now if they don't have to. That was the right decision for NIP to make. They got away with it. Nice little fissure from Saksa going in with the Echo Slam. Damage here to set up for kill on Chassis. Forced DFD to back off. Because otherwise, like if you don't initiate like this, you don't go out of the base to put the to take the fight to the Final Tribe. All they need to do is just stand here on Pugna, blast the tower over and over again.
What ails you?
That way you're gonna lose out. And just always do what Frost is doing. Just walk up top, heal off another creep wave. As it stands with that play, NLP buy themselves some space on the map. They can get the tier 1 bottom lane. Always nice. Try still just around this general area. They want to press advantage a little bit more. Cassie is back to still have that primal split and no Echo Slam for 6. But if nothing else, is a little bit of extra chain lockdown. Right? There is, however, a glyph to counteract this macro pyre. The creep's alive. He's gonna drop lower and lower, but there's a backstab in the works. Saxa off the side, they don't actually see him. The damage being done, and now they go in and fight a Cypher on Jesse. He's down again, Exilva pops the ultimate. Now lifting up Ace, the follow-up stun onto the Ursa, but they're not really willing to go up the high ground just yet. Yeah, doing a bit of damage here, and it's tier 3, very low indeed, but without Chess you can't blast it to pieces. An IP, they repel this push again. They are bleeding, but they're only bleeding building hit points. At this point, it's pretty much acceptable considering the kind of position that they're in. It's all without... actually, Jesse changed over to the 4-star rather than the rules, but either way, he didn't have any defensive items. Made it rather easy for NLP to just take advantage of that, burst them down first. They identified that Wagner as a very easy kill that's still very important final tribes push. All of that is more time and space for Ace to farm Medusa. That's the mana style, going for the Skadi next. About halfway there, good. Also, here's the Blink Dagger. The BKB, so foregoing the Basher. Indicator of them to stop. Right, if you're ahead, you just go face drums Basher and be done with it. But really an option in this game necessarily. BKB extremely necessary. If you have that, there's not going to be too much kiting. I mean, there's still the Crabify defensively on yourself. Teammates from the partner. It's also where all the 4-stars come in. Sprout, also something that you have to consider. Just swap in the Quelling Blade. Oh. I'm just trying to D-ward. And what the hell, he's still alive? 4-star there from Bart actually helping him, but Radiance Burn. Together with the Crapify, more than enough to finish the job. Nice little target for opportunity here, nothing more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And once again, Lifestealer takes his creep wave into the mid lane. Chassis ready to go, so this tier 3 should be long for the world. Aegis is just expired as well. Now Lifestealer is actually going in, forcing out the Ghost Shroud. So hard to actually follow up on this hype. Have to go in on the Bloodbath. Okay, this doesn't help, you know, they're just feeding away. Treants. It's not a lot of gold, but it's something.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If you want to go mid high ground, you have to just run in on Xibber, pop the ultimate, and try and create chaos. And try and get close to somebody that you can actually fight. There it is. That's what they're going to try and do right now. Ace in front lines lifted up into the air. Lift used immediately, and they're just looking for the objectives. They want this tier 3 desperately, and they're going to get it. Xibber doing quite a bit of damage to these Brewlings. And the Earth Panda far enough away. They'll be absolutely fine. Link forward, but no way to actually slow them down. Very tough for Final Tribe to actually finish up that objective, but they finally do it. Shrines are open up, and I can maybe start thinking about the next Roche if we can take that away from the Ursa. It should make it a lot easier to end up taking a fight. Even with NIP, I mean, they're in a good position with all the high ground defense. Dark's always threatening. It's also going to be more threatening going forward. I mean, he's going to get enough money for the Blink Dagger right now. That is always a scary prospect, even with heroes like Lifestealer. You rely on your rage so much, but Saxa blinks in with the Acro Slam, instant disabled, you don't get your rage off, all of a sudden you get looped by that alone, a bit of extra damage from the Jakiro. More importantly, it's space for the Ursa to walk in, or blink in himself, for that matter.
Has fallen.
Haste!
Little haste snag there. Dibba's body. Dibba's bottle will still be empty. His body as well, like he doesn't get to drink some juicy river water. May or may not be good. Anyway, that's a blink forward here in smoke rotation. Onto the lich, but that fissure was not ideal. They also find Frost on the side with 33. Unable to really keep up. The bullet dodge there from Final Tribe, who's still 10k ahead. Let's not forget about that. The only one who's really farmed is Medusa. The completed Scar doing 33. I mean, he's strong just because he's an Ursa. He's a good man fighter. A lot of physical bursts coming in if he isn't getting kite. Plus all the good utility here from Yoshek and Jakiro. Necrophos, his virtue is that he's can't really be easily killed necessarily. I mean, if not easily, then at least not quickly, right? So all of these heroes have redeeming factors, but when it comes to the straight up farm, it's only really the Medusa who's keeping up there. Frost still rocking that Midas in multiple camps at the same time with Radiance. Midas, of course, we talked about Hanskin having that. Same Sibba and Sumi. Okay. Alright. That's what I'm talking about, you know? Echo Slam, a lot of control, a lot of chain stun, and they even bring down a Bursty Panda. Oh, the Tanky Panda. What's wrong with this? Burst down the Tanky Panda, that's what I meant. With the Midas off cooldown, so that hurts me even more. Hurts me on the inside, you know? Illusion. All of this though, they still can't seem to get this mid and top lane pushed out. It's so hard for them. I mean, bottom lane, yeah, it's kind of alright, but even there, Hanskin's on. So no matter what happens, you can't really take these small advantages and turn them into larger advantages just yet. Can't really even look at these tier 1 towers still standing top as well as mid. Very long Roshi spawn, certainly working in NIP's favor, I guess. Is it more of an opportunity for them to try and find another smoke gank out in this general area? Quick pick off into the Roche. Final Tribe, they're keeping tabs on it. Illusion, which will not survive long enough, but it's getting close to max respawn time, so one way or the other, Final Tribe will know that the big guy will be back and available for taking. Once again, it's gonna help them with a high ground push. Taking it away from Ursa, just make sure that you can deal with him much easier. Buyback wise, both cores have it available right now. Hero also very close. Take in, I mean, it doesn't have a high buyback cost. No big surprise. So many voice issues. It didn't say TeamSpeak. Would be that being said though, I mean TeamSpeak certain situations is actually more convenient to use, I would imagine. Certainly at LAN. For Discord, everyone would have to log in to their own accounts and then have that freaking Discord open with all your personal information and everything. You know. Which is a bit of a hassle sometimes. Whereas for TeamSpeak, you don't need accounts, right? The server set up locally. Do it.
Are scanning.
You can do that even without the players necessarily having to log in or do anything. I might have similar setups in their houses or boot camps or whatever. Either way, we're back at it again. We don't have to keep debating the benefits of this board and big as NIP, they go for the smoke. They're trying to establish some control over this Roche pit, and right now they have it. 25 seconds on the clock still.
Radiant structures are
You1 tower,
Radiant
maybe? That comes through. Bottom lane's pushing in with Hanskin's brilliance.
Come!
Another wave down. They'll be able to do some damage here if they can deadlock the rest of NIP in this mid lane. Both teams should know that Roshan is about to be back up. It is there right now. Thing is, with this constant pressure on the side lanes, someone needs to go back. Which gives you the advantage on the side of the final tribe, because you just straight up outnumber them. So that's pretty much vision breaks immediately. Frost with a bit of a slow immediately purged off those. But actually shows off that Lotus Orb, but the Hex over onto the Earthshaker. If you can take out Saxons, would be big, but Ace drops the ultimate. The Brewmaster turned into stone. Zibber, defensive cover fire gets the ultimate off, and they still finish off Saxon before King throwing any more spells. And now they want more. Zibber, fast, but not fast enough. Ace will make it to the high ground. Bit of a lift just to be annoying, but the beeline should be towards the Roche. Get out, Frost. Go. Midas off cooldown, but thing that you have to just accept right now for him and Brewmaster, because Roshan is a lot more important. You have the Solar Crest minus armor. Make this very easy indeed. Aegis and Cheese available for Final Tribe.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
He has on cooldown for 40 seconds, so maybe it's not that big of a window. Not one that you are eager to take advantage of without the primal split. That's a lot more important. That Final Tribe as well. Hey, Frost on the front lines. This arm coming through, showing off that halberd. Working away at this tier 1 tower, but a little bit too late for the deny. Ace actually hits pretty damn fast with that Eagle Song, go towards bot. Saving money for buyback. Wants that ASAP, can go off to the side shop, maybe sell one of these Wraith Bands. Do my last hits, like he's getting close. Echo Slam over in the side, they find Nature's Prophet. She got himself a Scythe, that's pretty nice. Speaking of Scythe, the Reaper Scythe kills him also, 80 seconds. Without him, no buyback either. Frost and run for the bounty rune, so all of this is space. All of this is space and time for NIP. Final Tribe, they will not feel too comfortable. Actually, he does have buyback because of the runes, I guess. You don't necessarily want to spend it unless... either way, all of this is time for NIP where the clock on the Aegis just runs down. If you can maintain this, just try and keep the lanes pushed out. You pick off here and there. Gonna wait out the Aegis. It's always gonna have to deal with the cheese, of course. Still, despite everything, Final Tribe getting more and more of a gold advantage as things go on. But Medusa is getting towards critical mass. They completed Butterfly flying out now on the courier. Also Vlad's for 33. It's Final Tribe they don't want to waste anymore. Bit of an anti-timing though, again because of the Butterfly, but they will find PPD up front. Saxa will use the fissure, so that's gonna be a Dejikiro at least. The rest of NIP will be able to get themselves out. No creeps though. No creeps for a while. Illusion bottom lane actually, yeah, gonna help a little bit. Keep this pushed out, but it's about to expire. Spend some time getting rid of the shrine.
Dire's bottom shrine.
But all of this doesn't necessarily make the high ground push easier, and PPD is gonna have a chance to respawn normally. Of course, that means he has 2 lives, he has buyback, which is quite important. Same for Saxa, honestly. You need these 2 supports for any sort of high ground and any sort of choke point fight. Invaluable to have all of this toolkit available. Would be nice for Final Tribe to identify is that Ace is still 600 gold short of buyback. 33 also doesn't have it either. So if you kill off any of these 2 cores, it could make things a lot easier. Ace in the front, Primal Split being used. There's a stun, there's a Hex, no more mana here, but nice little fissure. Blocking Frost away from Ace. Meanwhile, Go off to the side. This 33 trying to deal with these Brewlings. But now he's the one isolated. Don't have any more control. This could have been so big, but Saksa actually. Beautiful fissure to block the Lifestealer wave. If he doesn't get that, Frost just finishes off Ace. Not exactly a kill-heavy game again, because it's kind of stagnating. Final Tribe don't want to make a mistake. Neither does NIP. I mean, this is Game 3 in an elimination series. You lose this one, you're out of the running for the major. Whoever wins here, OG is already waiting in the upper bracket final, or lower bracket finals, I guess. The qualifying match coming up after this one. So it's gonna be a tough fight either way. Actually, after already playing a very long series like this one. Just past the 3-hour mark, I believe, from the official start time. And now it's actually NRB. We're pressuring the high ground? Is this real? Oh, there's 2 sets of Shrouds. Not much damage being done here. The Cropify actually working for the Medusa in this moment. Another one. Chip away. I debated some sort of reaction here from the Earthshake, if nothing else. This Frost just goes in, he's just right-clicking. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. No mana style, no... okay, there's the Aqua Slam on Chessie, but hey, he does have the air. He's ready to go. Pata, super low. There's another fight to get rid of the Golden Shard. So goodbye, number 1. We find a few more heroes. Arrow off to the side, actually. Going down Saksa. And now Medusa, they were just able to kite around the Stone Gaze. Now Frost right back into it. Another nullifier, but... well, Cheese being eaten or something by Chessie. Is he still alive? The Cropify keeps him safe from 33, who has his BKB, but not for too much longer. He wants to try and finish off Chessie, another Decrepify, but Hanskin actually teeping forward. They want Swarm Mob, they want Ace, and they're gonna get him. 33, he can't deal with Chessie. He's almost actually going to die to this alone, and okay, alright. Hanskin snipes him with the Wrath of Nature. A bit of a disaster. I mean, they got enough time to farm up buybacks on these core heroes. But it looks like Final Tribe, they're poised to force them out. Frost already working away at the melee racks. Top lane creeps will disable backdoor. Fine. This is healable damage though, of course. Pops the rage, another buyback 4-star. Okay, beautiful fissure once again. Frost needs him up for a 4-star for anything. There it is. Now reset, try again. Final Tribe won a huge team fight down bottom, just being able to kite around the Medusa, just wait out that ultimate. Massive amounts of mangoes being fed over towards this Lifestealer. Again, this is long, tedious, sluggish Dota, because you want to play safe, so you have to run through the playbook one by one, right? Win a team fight, go across the map, force out buybacks, back off, try and set up for another team fight. You have an advantage. Make sure that everything that you need to have available is available with a primal split. The hexes or the BKBs, if you have them. Not actually the case. Okay, Hanskin, ooh, okay. Force off away into the Shadowblade. They do not actually have detection. Yikes. Good. Okay. I don't think they know about this, but this is still a big deal. Ursa, no PPD for 6 seconds, and Ace caught on the outside with 4 stuff back up to the high ground. That is absolutely fine, but PPD will give up his own life. Also caught on the outside. Oh, maybe not. Another 4 stuff here. Saksa and Father, they're just going ham with that. Saving lives left and right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Buyback would have been available for PPD, but the more buybacks you spend, the easier you make it for Final Tribe. At that point, just a single misstep can lead. That can turn a 5v5 into 4v5. High ground defense time again. Kind of more or less locked in their base. Again, long Roshan respawn. 2 more minutes. I mean, they're slowly running out of item slots, right? I mean, 26k gold on Frost. Can replace the Midas eventually here once you hit level 25. 2-second rage duration, probably gonna be very handy. You can replace the Midas, you can still go for the Moon Shard. Get Boots of Travel, but going for that value item, the Bloodthorn, right? The Butterfly and the Medusa, just alright. Only Mana Style, no BKB. Also Lotus Orb, I guess, that you have to look out for. In the ways of purging things away, but if that's not available, having a Bloodthorn is just, it should be the end of the Medusa. If that happens in the next couple of minutes, buyback still cooldown for 4.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The NIP saying goodbye. Not just out of this game, but out of this turn. Slow and steady wins the race. That'll be true for now. Smoke up Frost. 8 vulnerable here, but it finds the rage. Slowed down somewhat by the Skadi, but the rest of the team is close by. So that's absolutely up top. Lifesteal Illusions, a lot of work. I mean, just Radiant Illusions split pushing, keeping these waves pushed in time again. MP forced to back off, just out of Roche. They have a tree in here, so they will figure out that it's going to be respawned. Looking for a bit of a pick-off here ahead of it. Can claim this high ground here. This could be potentially devastating. NRP nowhere near there though. Ace's team is far away.
Yes.
Kind of hard to make that determination. Too risky to attempt it. So heck. Ace was backing off anyway. So hey, just going to Roche. We confirm that no one's in the general area. And that's good enough. Aegis, Cheese, and Refresh Shot. Let's not forget about that one. I think they're gonna give that to Brewmaster, I guess, right? That would make sense. Double Primal Split, level 20, so you can put a Talon up. Or what? Not sure if there was a misclick, honestly. A plus 100 attack speed rather than the extra health. Primal Split units. I mean, if they do find the Medusa with the Bloodthorn eventually, just critting with plus 100 attack speed, it adds up, you know. Quite a bit. Certainly think that's helps scale a little bit better. All things, I mean, it's secondary builds. You can turn into right clicker with these talents, right? Attack speed and plus crit rather than a primal split cooldown. Maybe, yeah. Maybe plus 1500 health was not enough in the face of the Medusa with split shot and 300 something damage. Losing them if you're not careful. Either way. Frost, not quite level 25 just yet. Let's have the Aegis. Orchid Malevolence in the backpack.
Dire's top tower
Back over to the buyback status. Not available for Xibber, so a few hundred gold away. But still on cooldown for Ace as well as 33. So, Final Tribe, they have a bit of a timing window. If they kept track of that, they want to take advantage of it, they have to go right now. Ooh. Figure this one out. See it. The Rune of Many Winds. Double damage for Frost.
Invisibility.
Gain Rune. Or maybe someone else. For Era, he has the bottle. Ah, he's giving out the bottle. Okay, that makes sense. Makes a lot. Buybacks are going to be available again in 30 seconds, so it's not the biggest of deals now. Either these die once. They are going to need to die twice. Ace, no fun, slow down, mana style. That's that down. Nullify comes through. Oh, punch up by the orb. What the hell? The fuck? Fuck happened? I don't even know, but certainly very helpful. I mean, Zac does have buyback too, but they're gonna need him to actually go for this defense. But Final Trap not even overcommitting here on anything. They get the tier 3 up top, and there's the buyback. Finally coming out. With the rage. Level 25 now, so extra couple of seconds here. Nullify over Necrophobes. Vata with a BK, with a force stuff away. He's gonna need some help unless you want to use the Aegis right here, right now. There it is. Bit of extra health, just for good measure. Bit of a poke, another buyback forced out. No huge commitments. Again, all of the ultimates, sure, but remember that there was an arcane rune on the primal split. Gonna have that available sooner rather than later. $1k advantage. What is Dota plus there? 94% for the Radiant. I want to say that NIP could still clutch it, especially with this pickup. The Rapier and Medusa. I mean, they realize that they are in dire straits, but they still have a high ground. With this, they have the damage output to win a fight and to also just walk across the map and get some buildings, maybe even win the game off the bat. But also realize what's happening right now. He's gonna need some extra help here as he's life-stealing. Was hard contender, but it's not life-stealing enough, Xilla. Another ultimate here lifts Ace up up in the air. Well, the trees just do some chip damage to buildings. She's eating a killer, yeah. Full immediately. It was the first time they figured out, alright, that's actually a rapier online on Medusa. Will this be enough for NIP? Ace very far forward. They're kind of trying to bait him out even. This is still dangerous, but it's also perhaps the only way that they can do this. Again, this entire game, they've been playing so safe. So cerebral. They know exactly what NIP is on about. But now they know that Ace, they must be betting. There's no way he stands out this far alone.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I'm not falling for it. Left the Aegis, but only for 20 more seconds, so
I'll take that.
might be in it for a little bit longer now. Oh yeah. Close enough just yet. But again, like, Radiant Solutions. It's so hard for NIP to even push a wave out just by itself. They need to win a team fight. But this arm. This arm will not get rid of it here. The another silence and everything, but Lexus, load swaps, everything is gonna be enough. Not quite. Double force up to bring him back up to safety, but now Ace needs to reach out before he can be a part of this fight. Final try to have an opening to do some building damage. Forced up across, actually. As they're certainly committing for it. Finally, the first set of racks goes down.
Dire's middle barracks.
Ace ready to fight again. They are respecting this rapier. They should. Certainly should. This game's still not going to be over. Even if they get mega creeps, I want to say. This time NRP, they can be very happy about... they can very happily hold out against that. Now, a couple of disarms here. Frost just clicking the buildings again now. Transferring over. A couple of hexes. Stuns. They're doing damage. Ace is dead. The rapier's on the ground. And now it's not anymore. Lifestealer picks it up himself. They just burst him down. What was the response? Where was Saxa? What was happening there? Still gonna turn into his normal form. And now they just need to get him out. Is there force stuff available or anything? That is Jesse. What the hell?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I understand Ace being in the front line. He's the one hero that can't be there. But you need to freaking freaking save him. I don't know where Saxo was. Maybe this blink was was put on cooldown by Radiance or some random stuff. Radiance Frost actually put that in his backpack here. Damn. That's a lifestealer sitting for 660 without crits. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, is this the final push? There was no backup rapier, he just doesn't have the money for it. Doesn't have buyback either, of course, he just used it a moment ago. Language? What did I say? I can't remember saying any bad words, but hey. Don't remember a lot of this game, it's just been more or less the same for the longest time, but now another lift up in Medusa. They're just coming for buildings at this point.
Top barracks has fallen.
I have no idea what I said, but hey. Whatever. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure you're all just overreacting. It's just a normal game of Dota, you know? 50 minutes in, Medusa gets a rapier, loses it. Opposing team just slowly but surely playing it out. Every single building, and then saving the throne for last. 51,000. 51,000 gold lead, and Final Trap is still not comfortable committing. Get themselves a DD run in front of Roche. That's just normal. It doesn't even do all that much, right? It's only 136 extra damage if you really think about it. Like a third of the rapier. Well, not quite, but you know, a little bit more. But hey, another Aegis, another fire in the backpack. Wouldn't be too surprised to actually see him.
The seeds of fortune.
Maybe put that in instead of the face boots once the fight once the fight start. I don't know. NIP, they've been sitting in base for almost this entire game, it feels like, and even with the Medusa, I mean, there's got to be limits to this hero, surely. Gonna be enough gold for another rapier soon. Also vision over the secret shop, so can you even get to that rapier? Can you even purchase it in the first place? Like, I don't know. I mean, they're waiting. Look at this courier. He's ready to go on a secret mission. Imagine, just imagine the courier buying up the rapier, Final Tribe jumping on it. So for now, they're just jumping on to the lifestealer here. A lot of damage being done with the scythe, actually, just snapping down that Aegis. So far, so good. But Xibber comes in with the ultimate. Frost still going ham onto buildings here. Actually, just lift up the Medusa, just ignore her. No one cares. And they just zap down PPD. Buys back immediately. Now, as quickly as they went in. Just getting out of here just as quickly. Xibber, yeah, they're just gonna kill him off. Which does mean that he does respawn back here, actually. Oh, that's not ideal. Refresher shot comes through. He does have another ultimate to work with. Nullify, everything being thrown onto Medusa. No BKB or anything for this ace. There's no Arax anymore left to take. Another take out of 33. He almost dies there alone. Trying to fight against Xibber. No, not Nullifier. 4 stars back and forth. Frost just so freaking powerful. They need to kite him. But he's getting closer and closer. Not close enough. They're just playing with ace. Like, where's his damage output? It's not there. Another Hex, another couple of right clicks. Hanskin, he's super freaking fast at this stage. There's just nothing that enemy have. But everything that Final Tribe has. 60,000 gold. That's finally enough for them to say, alright, we can actually just kill him. You know, we can actually just end the game right here. We can knock NIP out of the MDL qualifiers.
Dire's ancient is
Out of the
ready.
Paris major qualifiers. That's exactly what they did. 70k when all is said and done. Alright, I don't think I've seen an advantage this big for a long, long time, but they did it. They just played Dota, you know?